where our guest today is Atone, and her book is entitled "I'm Horny, but My Period is On." So we talked a little bit about her book beginning, and we just want to go into some technical situations. Like how did you get your book published? Everybody publishes their book in different ways. How did you get it out to different audiences, different people? The ins and out of publishing. If you do publishing the same way, did you self-publish? Did you use a publishing company? We already talked about the sequel, so we already know how that's going. But tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so I actually worked with.
Hold up. We got an incoming call. Hold on one second.
To that.
Good evening. Thank you for calling Sador's Turning Pages. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, this is Patty. They call me Kate.
Hi, Patty Cake.
Hi, I was calling in because I had a tournament for the author.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me clear?
We can hear you.
Hey, Patty.
Hey, Tone, how you doing? I just wanted to say I'm so excited for book 2. Excuse me, these are kids in the background. But I'm so excited for book number 2, and I had a chance to see Atone perform.
Yes.
Yes, and it was dope. It was so dope. So I'm excited to see what she has to come next, and keep it pushing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Tell them kids I said hi. Give them some kisses for me.
You heard them kids in the background. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. To answer the publishing question before we even get another call, I went through a company called Outskirts Publishing, and they actually handle the formatting and placing it on the platform that I use currently, which is Amazon, right? So you can get the book on Amazon.com. Just type it into Amazon. I mean, what can't you get on Amazon these days, right? And then I went to
I got it on my Kindle.
and I went to 48 Hour Print for the copies, the physical copies of the book. So it's published through Amazon, like they hold it, but Outskirts basically guided me through the process because I've never done it before. So I was like, I don't know. I tried Lulu, which Lulu is a form of self-publishing, but I was confused. And that is because if you didn't know, I want to show them that the book's cover is decent, but you don't just get the poetry in the cover. You get like a lot of amazing artwork within the book as well. So you're not just getting, this is art in almost every form. I even have some like music that I'm working on in my Audible. So I got a lot of stuff that's why I said I'm going to exploit the hell out of this one before I go on to number 2. People ask me for number 2, but I really wanted this one to really shine as much as it possibly can because it's so much. But yeah, to answer your question, Outskirts Publishing is the way I went in 48 Hour Print to get the books in 48 hours. And I started pushing them like right away. And the reason why I did the online copies as well is because for my men, they support me, but they're not trying to walk around with a book entitled "I'm Horny, but My Period is On." So, and then that's the way of technology too. Everybody is on their phone. So, you trying to give them a book, they're like, nah, sis, I don't want. Oh, well, you can go to Amazon. Or I don't really read books. Oh, you can go, coming soon, hopefully by the holidays, Audible. So my advice to those who are looking to publish their first book is to do as much research as you possibly can. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. Like if you know what you can handle. Like I have a lot going on between school, work, family, and stuff like that. So I needed help. Some people may feel like, no, I'm gonna do this from the muscle, or I don't have the finances to do that, so I want to do more of the legwork myself. It's all about knowing thyself and knowing what you can do, but do as much of the research and groundwork as you possibly can.
Let me tap in right here because I'm actually writing my own book, but I have a question about the people that you have printing for you? Do they send you a demo copy first?
Yes,
For you to edit it yourself, to go through it again?
They do send a proof, and I'm so mad that I didn't bring it in with me. That proof goes everywhere with me.
Right.
Everywhere I go, that proof goes with me, because I remember the day it showed up, and I was just like in tears to
Right.
see like my baby, like,
Mhm.
and you approve it, and then they hit print basically, or you say no, I need to make these changes. So they do send you a proof, and that is like
And you make your changes from the proof.
It's online. It's online.
So you make the changes online. Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay. Today.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you to say, to recite your favorite poem, which you said was called Push.
Push. Yes. Push is one. Let's see. Yeah, we got company. So
1 second.
Push is real near and dear to my heart, because I think, like, as a woman, like we're emotional creatures. That doesn't make us any less resilient, strong, but we got to carry a lot. So this one was like a dedication and more more encouragement for my ladies. So this one's called Push. So what do you do when someone's at the end of their rope, when they've given up hope, when they start questioning their creator, when they have a difficult time being told not now, but later, wondering when their day will come, when their day will come in the sun, when it breaks your heart to stand by watching them suffer endlessly? You, as well as they, know their plight is partially fault of their own. As they sit back kicking themselves, saying, I should have known. I could have prevented all of this, could have done things differently given the opportunity. The reality is, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas are a waste of nothing more than precious time. In this rhyme, I'm attempting to speak words of encouragement into your life. Yes, I know, my dear, it just isn't right. The disappointment, lies, defeat, letdowns, and deceit. I'm no stranger to myself. I just want you to know that I'm here. Push. Dig down deep. Pray for that second wind. You can't give in. No time for sleep. We shall rest when we are dead. Push. Press. Pray. We are all halfway there. Let go of fear. Lay down your burdens at the Master's feet. Release all faith you have in man, for he has not the strength to carry your load. God alone will protect your abode, provide comfort to a broken heart, and will have your back from end to start and start to end. The only thing I can say is continue to push, my friend. It comes with the title. You are a woman. The job description thrusted upon you with no choice whatsoever. Push. The adversaries become clever. However, he's not better than the one who took you from Adam's rib. Now give birth to the beauty that it is to be a lady, female, empress, queen. Push.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
So where did that come from? Like, what inspired that poem?
It really came from like one of them days. Y'all know them days I'm talking about, when you like, I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like dealing with these kids. I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like I'm on a treadmill. I'm moving so fast, but I'm getting nowhere, like nowhere. And we do sometimes have that support system. Like, I have my squad, my girls, my family, my friends. Y'all know who y'all are. But in the moments when it's just you by yourself, all you have is that voice inside. And that's really what I tell myself. Like, you gotta push, Tony. Like, just push one foot in front of the other. Lace up them bootstraps, go. Like, and I have to be my own cheerleader at times. So having that moment, in that moment, again, it goes back to, I know I'm not the only one.
Right.
I've seen some of the strongest women in my life. Like, in those moments. And it's like, damn, I'm not the only one. So not only have I been through it, I've observed it. Like one of my closest people, she is also family. I will not name her name, but I remember one time I was coming home and she was in the car, like crying. And I'm like, and her house is right there. House, you know, her family in the house, but she in the car crying because she don't want them to see
Her crying.
her. She don't want them to see her weakness. She like, they can't. In that moment when she was in tears, and I kept it moving, I ain't even interrupt because I knew what that was. I knew what that was, and she gave me so much strength, like in that moment, because she cared so much to be able to step away and say, "Nah, I'm not going to do that in front of them. I'm not going to break down, but I need this moment."
Right.
So being able to do that was like real dope. So I was like, yeah. And I love her dearly for that because she exudes strength every day, even though she be having her moments. We all do.
And you had a book signing for this book as well, right?
I did. I actually had this book signing at my cousin's hair salon. Hair Is out in Jersey. Shout out to Hair Is, right? So the hair salon is gorgeous. It's a silk press salon. The lighting, the scenery and the vibe in that place alone. I was like, when she opened the doors, I was like, can I have my book signing? Because it's just so beautiful. And she creates beautiful, beauty walks out of there when she's done. Tijuana, that's my cousin, my girl, my family, and Miss Tanisha Anderson. They are the owners of Hair Is, but we had it in June. I think it was June 17th. We had the book signing there. And
are you going to have one here in Philly?
I do need to have one here in Philly because that was the biggest complaint. Like, you got us coming all the way out here. So it was the setting that made me want to do it. But I think it's definitely necessary to have another one out here.
I think so too.
We're doing a little different.
Most definitely, especially with the Audible. The Audible is coming. Shout out to the Heat Factory. That's where I'm recording the Audible. It'll be soon. Like, it'll be complete very, very soon, like within the next week or so. So we actually are just, all of the poems are recorded. We're just cleaning it up right now. And because research, Audible is the way to go. Audible has grown. That's the way people consume literature. It's grown over 300% in the last 2 years. You know what I mean? Wow. That's the way people are listening and reading or taking in their information these days. So I had to give in to the numbers because, I want this to be out there.
So with the Audible, is it just your voice or is it multiple people?
Good question. Okay, so now.
That's what we're here for.
So originally, right, so my marketing, I had a whole marketing scheme. I felt like Kanye had his whole plan, right? So I had this little plan on how I was going to do this, which was because, again, I have crazy stage fright, right? So I was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna circumvent that by getting other people to read my poetry.
Right.
I know quite a few rappers, singers. My sister is a singer. I was employing other people. I had 5 poems, 5 different artists that I was going to have recite the poem, and they, put it in any arrangement that they like, choose any beat that they like, but they have to keep 90% of my content intact, right? So that was the original marketing scheme, is to promote it by way of other people. But people, our people. And it was like, you couldn't get people in the studio. It was just coordination, like coordinating it. It didn't really work out. So, and it continued to push my timeline back.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I'm going to put this out here this year. Like, it's going to happen. So, because it was supposed to come in 2018. And because of trying to coordinate so many people's schedules, it didn't happen. And I was like, I will not let that happen again. So it's going to be on you, Tony. This your work. This your baby. Carry it, water it, grow it into what it is. Right. And it ultimately will help me get better at my, sharpening.
I mean, the good thing about it is you won't be standing in front of a million people while you're doing it. I mean, because one of my cousins, she wrote this poem. This poem
she
was
will
eventually, but not when she's doing this part of it. Right. So one of my cousins, she had wrote a poem before, and this poem was just like so decent. I felt like I could have said it myself. but she, like you, had stage fright. I'm not fearful at all. But it was so long, it was good as hell. It was a good ass poem. But I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to read this shit. And I'm never gonna be able to say it the way she wrote it and how she felt it. Like, even though I feel it, it's her word, she feels it.
Yes.
So
I definitely feel you on that, because being in the studio recording this, because like I said, it's done. This book consists of 30 poems. So I have recorded 30 poems. And for anybody who's ever visited a studio or been through a studio session, you know, you record it, you run it back, you hear it again. And I'm like, yo, I don't sound too bad. Like, that really sound like a little decent. And then it gets me stronger and memorizing closer to the body of work. So I'm like, yo, run it back. We gonna do this here. And it just gets my creative juices flowing. And it really incites something in me that I'm like, yo, I'm really in my element at that moment. So one of my cousins actually did, and I wish I had the audio. He actually did, of the 5. He was one of the 5. He did come through for me. He went to the studio, he recorded, laid it down. When I heard what he did with my song, I couldn't believe I wrote it.
Wait a minute, we got a caller. Hold up, y'all. We got a caller. Good evening. Thank you for calling Sador's Turning Pages. Who we speaking to?
What's going on, Drew?
It's who?
Drew.
Hi, Drew. How are you?
Not bad in yourself.
Great. You have a question or a comment for A-Tone?
Yeah, I heard a couple of her poems before she got published, and just that rawness of it and that realness of it, it's just something, you know what I mean? I read a nice amount of books. It's just something I haven't been able to find nowhere else, and I just want to let her know, keep what she's doing and everything else like that. That's all.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for calling in.
No problem. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
So when you say you have stage fright, is it like a large amount of people? Because you're doing pretty good with us here. I mean, you have us, you have YouTube.
You got 1 million viewers on YouTube, and
right.
you know.
So I feel like you did pretty good. So
Thank
where
you.
does the stage fright kick in at?
Ultimately, it comes from
Most people have a fear of public speaking.
That's
be in your head.
Oh, I can't even blame it on a fear of public speaking, because what I do 9 to 5, I'm in front of people speaking publicly.
Maybe because this is more personal.
This is more exactly. That's what I was about to say. This is a part of who I am. It really like rips the curtain away, like it, because I can be as cryptic as I want to be throughout the day. I can show you what I want you to see. This lets you see me in my rawness. Like, I'm completely naked. So I'm nervous whether people are going to accept it, they're going to feel it, they're going to understand it, or they're going to, how they going to receive it, and how's it going to be received is the biggest thing. And it is my baby, and I'm very sensitive about that. That's in the prologue. I quote Erykah Badu, like, I'm sensitive about my shit. So be careful how you speak to my stuff. And it's not that I'm not open to constructive criticism, because I am. However, I'm fragile when it comes to this, you know what I mean? And, I just don't want nobody messing with it. Is my child, like, it's my baby. Like, I watched the interview of Ava DuVernay. She was the one who did the When They See Us. She did that. So she talks about all of her screenplays being her children. And, and I was like, dang, that's how I feel. Like, and I've never heard anybody describe their writing like that before. So I was like, I could relate to what she's talking about, and I think she has 10 movies out there, but she said she thought she's sensitive about them. And I was like, yeah, I feel you, sis.
It's crazy because my creativity right now is like, as you're speaking, my head is just thinking about this launch party.
We're gonna connect.
I swear, all these ideas are just swirling in my head because this
spoken word type of thing.
Right, like this is the type of stuff that I do, like have like events and stuff like that. And I'm thinking like something small and intimate, and I just think that it would be something good. I don't know. The wheels are turning.
Most definitely. I know that I'm going to have to put it out there again because. And not for nothing, and I'm not discrediting. I so appreciate my squad and my support system, my group of people, family and friends alike that came through for the book signing in June. However, it was so new and it was so like early that the people that showed up, people that like, it was pretty much my friends and family.
Right.
And it was like, you know, I love y'all and I want y'all to hear this, but I want the world to hear it. So
Right.
I do want to do it again because I want to reach people that may not have seen me in this light or didn't know me like this. Like, what? That's like Tony doing that? Like, that's what type of time she was like, oh, let me holler at her. And then we can like collaborate and discuss and plan and grow as a people just through something. I won't say small because it's not small, but it's something like this through circumstance. And that's such a big deal to me, collaboration, networking, and the womanhood and
Right.
the, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing because I could definitely relate. Like, because I have these women empowerment events, right?
Okay.
And when I first had my very first one, it was just the idea. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this thing together. I put it together, and it was supposed to be a one-time thing. And then people was like, do it again, do it again. I'm like, do it again? Like,
Yeah.
It took a lot of work. Y'all want me to do it again, like annually? So now I'm like, next year will be my 5th year. And I'm
That's
just
what's
like, it was just the idea. It was not supposed to go that far. But it turned into something
You
good.
got a caller on the line. Good evening. Thank you for calling Sador's Turning Pages. Who are we speaking to?
Hello,
Hello, who are we talking to?
my name is Sean.
Hi, Sean.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm okay. Enjoying the conversation. You have a phenomenal writer. She finally recognized that she's a phenomenal writer.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
what's
hold
up?
you guys up. I just want her to share the genesis. Tony to share, if she minds sharing, how she came up with her name and the journey of her name.
So,
Oh, yes,
Sean,
she did.
Sean, you didn't hear the show from the beginning, but we've been there, done that, boo.
And you got your credit.
And you got your credit.
Yes.
We know who you
We
are.
knew
You
who
got
you
your
were when you
credit, Sean. Yeah, we knew who you was. You already got your credit 2 times.
He's also a writer. He wrote a magazine called Nigger, right?
Okay.
So
Don't do that.
he gave me the courage to be like, to put out a very in your face type, you know,
Mhm.
title. Like, don't be afraid of that. And yes, he is a part of my like humble beginnings. Like, don't be afraid to promote who you are and what you are because you possess a gift. So thank you again, Sean.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. I want to hear, your journey.
I see.
So listen, if you go to youtube.com and check out Store Radio, you can see the first part of it. Because we actually went back to it for her to say it again.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sean, for calling us. Have a good night.
Hang up on him.
All right, guys. So we pretty much at the end of our show. We just want Atone to give us information on if somebody wants to purchase her book, how they can get it, how they can contact her on social media, her contact information, all those good details.
Okay, so I am on social media. You can reach me on Facebook at Atone, Atone. My IG handle is IHBMPIO, which is the abbreviation of the book. I'm horny, but my period is on. So if you can remember that and then just put the abbreviation of that together, you will find me on Instagram. I also have a website, which is www.ihbmpio.com. And you can purchase the book on Amazon. You can hit me up on any of the social media sites, and I will put a physical copy in the mail to you, signed, sealed, and delivered. And yes, I will sign it. Physical copies are $15. The Amazon copy is $9.99. Yeah. So again, IG is IHBMPIO. Facebook is Atone, Atone. And the website, www.ihbmpio.com. So come see about me, and you will be hearing more from me. And I really, really appreciate y'all having me on the show. Thank you to all my fans, friends, and even the ones that didn't really like me too much. I appreciate y'all too, because y'all serve y'all purpose, necessary evil. So I ain't mad.
Well, we thank Atone for coming to join us tonight on Sador's Turning Pages. We're going to wrap it up for tonight. We will see you guys the first Monday in December, where we will have one of our very own Dorothy Harris, and her book is entitled Crown. So we will see you the first Monday in December. Thanks again for tuning in. Good night.
Peace.